Do you want to see the world's very first Arctic-class, supposedly ice-resistant oil platform? Here it is. It's a whole new idea, never been tried before, untested. It's up in the Russian part of the Arctic. It's owned and operated by Gazprom. When the Soviet Union fell apart, the Soviet Ministry of Gas Industry turned into Gazprom, and Gazprom now owns this giant, one-of-a-kind Death Star oil platform up above the Arctic Circle. Environmental groups say that this thing is going to be a disaster. They say Gazprom doesn't take nearly the precautions that it should when it drills, and that the whole Arctic region is threatened by it being there. To dramatize that case, one environmental group went up there yesterday to protest. It was Greenpeace. They went out to this big new Russian oil platform in the Arctic. They went in 6 vessels, including their own big ice-breaking ship that's called the Arctic Sunrise. Yesterday, 5 of their activists tried to board the Russian oil platform. The Russian oil platform guys turned fire hoses on them to try to knock them off the rig. Then the Russian Coast Guard turned up, and the Russian Coast Guard opened fire. They shot at them. Nobody was killed or injured, but the Russians ended up holding everybody at gunpoint. They took 2 of the Greenpeace activists into custody. These are the Russian Coast Guard officers that you can see in some of this footage. You see they're wearing military uniforms and balaclavas. You can see that guy's holding a gun. They're brandishing guns. At one point, one of the guys is holding a knife. You can see, look in the bottom center of your screen there. Something in me doesn't understand pulling a knife when you're the one on the inflatable boat. But maybe that's why I'm not Russian Coast Guard. For what it's worth, I should say that the Russian Coast Guard isn't organized the way ours is. Their Coast Guard is actually part of what used to be the KGB, in case that helps understand it. As of tonight, we are told that the 2 detained activists have not yet been released. They're being held at sea by the Russian Coast Guard since yesterday. So yesterday it was the activists boarding the oil platform and then getting attacked at gunpoint and knife point by the Russian Coast Guard. Today it was the Greenpeace ship itself that was boarded by the Russians. According to this Greenpeace tweet from about 12 years ago, the Russian Coast Guard had boarded their ship from a helicopter. They rappelled men down ropes from the helicopter onto the Greenpeace boat. A few minutes later, this, quote, Russian authorities on board with guns. They are breaking into the communications room. Quote, this is pretty terrifying. Loud banging, screaming in Russian. They are still trying to kick in the door. And then this. A few hours later, Russian media say the Arctic Sunrise, that's the ship, will be taken to the Russian city of Murmansk, which is in the far northwest of the country. Keep in mind that this is Greenpeace's version of events. This is how Greenpeace says things went down. But, I mean, this is what things were like when the Russian Coast Guard was only arresting 2 people in this confrontation. Today, they detained the whole ship and its whole crew. Greenpeace HQ says they lost all contact with the ship after the Russians took it over, after the Russians boarded and took it over. Today, people in D.C. showed up at the residence of the Russian ambassador to the U.S. demanding that the activists and the ship be released. At this hour, that still has not happened. And even if they are released, it is not clear how this ends. This was apparently the 2nd time in 2 months that the Russian Coast Guard has shot at the Greenpeace ice-breaking ship while it was up in the Arctic trying to publicize and disrupt drilling efforts. However this issue pans out, in the short term, these activists and their ship right now are in Vladimir Putin's hands. Watch this space.